Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last session of the Program Management Professional Certification Exam Preparation Training. It's been an interesting journey with everyone where we covered all the content of the Standard for Program Management 5th edition. The 5th edition, we covered the 8 principles, the 6 performance domains, and the standard. We went also through the ECO with the 5 exam domains, and we dedicated a long time for the program life cycle with the 3 main phases, the sub phases, and the formulation phase. And it's been really an interesting journey. So this video is just a summary of the entire session 8, in which we went through a full all a mock exam in the project companion. So actually, we will be launching the updated version of the companion very soon. But if you go to courses here, you go to PgMP, and then you have practice exams. You can pick any of the full exams here. All of them are 170 questions long, 250 minutes. So for example, if you pick just question number 5, you can, have a start exam with the real exam conditions, with a timer, with, I can show you, see with a timer, that puts you in real exam conditions, or you can simply start the exam with just a practice mode where you can, read the question, pick an answer, and then check the explanation. Okay. For example, let's have a few questions to practice together. You see, it's without a timer because it's a practice mode. It's without a timer here. Arvion is a construction organization for railway and underground construction projects and programs. You're the program management of the 620-kilometer railway construction program. The program contains 8 projects and 4 subsidiary programs and related program activities. One of the projects is misaligned with the organization's strategic objectives. You try to solve the problem with the important stakeholders, but you couldn't solve it. So within the above context, what is the next action? Now, let's suppose the right answer is going to be escalate to the program steering committee. All right. Then you can check the answer, and it says, yeah, correct. So answer C is correct. Now, if you pick answer D, it says, no, it's incorrect. Or if you pick answer A, it says incorrect. Now, you pick answer C, it says, yes, it's correct. The program manager manages program risks and issues and escalates critical risks and issues beyond his control or their control of the steering committee, for example. Let's move on to another question. You're a program manager of a medical enhancement program. Your program contains 5 projects. During the execution of the program, you notice that many environmental influences changed, so the sponsors decided to increase the program investment by 20%. Which of the following can help you? Which of the following tools, of course? Ishikawa, HP analysis, force field analysis, or comparative risk analysis. Now let's suppose you go with answer D. Just So it says yes, it's a correct answer. All right. There are various forms of analysis that may be used to access the validity of a program's business case and program management plan. All right. Consideration of the result from one or more environmental analysis enables the program manager to highlight factors that could potentially impact the program, blah, blah, blah. Now you can pick really anyone. I will discuss the results. Anyone from the exams, which you can practice. You can even try with another exam. For example, exam number 1, practice mode. A rail and transit modernization program is setting its funding envelope across 6 components, several advancing on fixed baselines and stage gates, while others deliver in short increments. Intellectual property guidelines govern how licensed signaling data and third-party models may be reused across components, capping some anticipated efficiencies. All right. A forecasting tool projects the benefit contribution of each component and flags 2 candidates whose value is highly sensitive to the licensing constraint. The steering committee has asked for a funding recommendation before the envelope is locked. Available money cannot fully fund every component at its requested level. The program sponsor wants visible progress on the flagship station upgrade. A component manager argues that her work stream should receive priority because it is furthest along. The forecasting output remains an estimate, not a decision. What should the program manager do first? And here you've got few possible scenarios. So you just check what would be the right answer. All right. And there is a difference between the exams. Don't expect that all the exams, the mock exams we have, are the same. Some of the questions and some of the mock exams are quite long. You can see, for example, exam number one, it is mostly cross-domain. So if I go to the previous, check the answer. This exam number one is mostly cross-domain. Okay, so one question can govern more domains. All right, and usually it covers quite long questions, so you can train. All right. The other exams, for example, exam number three, for example, it covers shorter domains. Okay, shorter questions. You can see that it is shorter. Um, it is see we have adjusted the difficulty of the questions of the mock exams just to help students try different set of questions, some easy questions, some moderate questions, and some hard questions. All right. So this is just to give you an idea of how to handle or what to expect from each question. So I'm just answering randomly. Actually, I'm not even reading. All right. Just to let you know, I'm not reading. So by the way, some of the exams actually they're for learning purposes. Just to let you know, some of the exams they're for learning purposes. What does that mean? It means it's not really testing your understanding. It is rather enforcing and enhancing your learning and your understanding. All right. So you can actually practice some of these exams in a practice mode or in real mode, just to help you, you know, better prepare for your exam. All right. And the real exam, the scenarios, some of the questions they have long scenario like this. Some of the questions they have shorter scenarios. All right. So this is just to let you know. If I were you, I would go with exam number 1 to 5 because exams number 3 and 4 they're for learning purposes. Okay, you will figure this out the moment you start practicing these exams. Now, once you exit an exam, for example, let's say I'm saving and exiting, you go to dashboard, okay, and in your dashboard, you're supposed to have a list of the PGMP exams. Oh, you're supposed to complete an exam actually. You have to complete an exam before you can have your assessment score here with your exams history. Okay. And then you can check your performance on various. Because, for example, if I show you one of the exams on PMP, okay, you can see that the exam actually explains to you how you performed on each domain, all right, and even on each task. And the same applies to the PGMP exam. Okay, so but first you have to complete a full exam. You have to complete a full exam so it can show you how you performed in each of the 5 domains of the PGMP exams, how you performed in each task as well. All right, so you can have a full practice mode, or you can simply have I can have the full normal exam mode or just a practice mode, and it will show you your results similar to this, format similar to this. All right. So we just, we will in the companion you will have the access to the full course. All right. Here the full course where you have all the 8 chapters here, as well as you're going to have also a wrap up, which is a summary of the PGMP course. I think it's going to be a 3 hour wrap up, a summary of 3 hours for the entire PGMP, very similar to the PMP. If I go to PMP here, Okay, you see, you have a wrap up of 3 hours, 3 hour summary of the entire 35-hour course. You're gonna have the exact same wrap up also for PGMP. For those who, after they finish watching the entire course, they can simply go and watch the wrap up so they can have a full summary of the course. All right. So this is just a summary of session 8, full recording of session 8 of almost 3 hours, practicing some exams. You can find it in the companion. The full video is in the companion. So thank you everyone for this incredible journey. And we wish you really a lot of success in the PGMP certification exam.